person in a different background, the first thing you want to do is open up both of your images that you're going to be working with in Photoshop. So I have my person and I have the background that I'm going to move them to. The second thing I want to do is start to select the person who I want to move. I'm going to use the selection tool over here, and I want to make sure it's in a plus form. So I'm going to go ahead and select the person. Now if, like this, you've accidentally selected too much, change it to the minus and just take away what you don't want. Okay, now because I actually want what I've selected and I want to get rid of the rest of the background, I'm going to go to select and inverse. That means it'll select everything other than what I've selected, and I'll hit delete. Now here I realize that I have accidentally deleted something that I want. I undid this. I could hit Control Undo, or I can use what's called the history brush, which is over here underneath the paintbrush, and I can paint right over that and it brings it back. Or I could just go back to where I have my original. Remember, I'm in my inverse selection, so I might want to go back to inverse so my controls work the way I expect them to, add that back in, and then I can do the inverse again and hit delete. Now, I don't want any of this background, any of the white to show up either, so I'm going to go over to the eraser tool, and I want to be in the magic eraser tool. So I will erase the background of all the areas that I don't want to show up. Then, when it's ready, I want to look at the place where it's going. I'm going to go to the image size, and I see that the resolution is 300 pixels per inch. My resolution, they have to be the same in both documents. And then I will look at the size to make sure that what I'm bringing in isn't way too small or way too big. So it's 16 inches by 20 inches with a resolution of 300. And then I'm going to look back over at my original document, the one I want to move, at its image size. They don't match up. Generally, it's better if you change the bigger resolution to the smaller one. Because of the project that I'm doing, I need to change this one. And the width is 12, the other one was supposed to be 16 by 20. I'm going to make this just a tad bit bigger so that I have some room to play around. But I would want to make sure that if this was like 51 inches, that obviously would be way too big for the other document. So I'm going to hit OK. And then I go up to Layer and Duplicate Layer. And then the destination here is currently the document I'm on right now. But I want to move it to the other one, so I select that document and hit OK. Nothing really looks like it happened here, but when I go to my destination, I see that my picture is here now. And I can move it around, and it's its own layer. And for the purposes of what I'm doing, I'm going to add a glow around it. This doesn't make it look very natural, which is what you're going for, but it's something to know about. So I'm going to go to Outer Glow, and I want to change the outer glow to white and add a little bit more size to that, and I'm finished.